Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Healthy Tech Talk. My name is Rick Haaland, your host, and I will be delighted to give you a show today. Let's start out with this. Blood pressure at 124, blood sugar at 7.9. Those collectively give me a good groove, as they say. Pain is about a 7 to a 7.5 today, the pain threshold. So, I've got something to share with you. I know I've got my diagnosis back from the doctors, yay, including the MRI and all this kind of good stuff. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Back the first couple of podcasts that I did for this particular section, this Rick's Pain Management, 30 Days of Recovery, I said that I would be able to do a 5-minute to 10-minute show per day for 30 days. No. It hasn't quite worked out that well. There have been days where the pain has just kept me off the show completely. So there was about 12 days that you're going to find out of sync. So this is supposed to be September 8th, but it's really October 18th. There was a little bit of a lag between what I wanted to do and between what I did. I found it impossible. I just could not do a 5 or 10 minute show every day for 30 days. It's with my injury, it's not possible. So forgive me, but let's move on with the show. So I'm going to fib to you and tell you that it's September 8th, 2012, but it isn't. It's really October 18th. Now, after my diagnosis, we have stuff to share with you. The gist of the podcast is why we do dumb stuff, why we do weird stuff when we're injured and we know better, but sometimes we slip, especially men. I'll see you on the other side of the intro. All right, good stuff. See you then. Bye. Welcome to the eFlexonics Podcast Network. Join us for the latest tips and tricks from experts in their fields, showing you how you can be happy, healthy, and more productive when using technology, either at home or at work. Remember, tech shouldn't have to hurt. Our motto is everything healthful and helpful for the computer user. Enjoy the show. Rick and Pat. Welcome back from the break, folks. If I didn't have my heating pad on me behind me, it would be much worse. Oh my goodness. Anyway, welcome back. Rick Haaland, your host today. Supposed to be September 8th, 2012. It's really October 18th. Don't tell anybody. It'll be your secret and my secret. So here it is. Here's what I've got from my surgeon, my neurosurgeon. He says, secondary headaches, they spread from the back of the neck all the way down to the top of the head again, aggravated by cervical movements. Okay, so here, let's get into the diagnosis. The MRI, evidence of moderate, possibly bordering on severe, that's what he told me, moderate to severe, left-sided foraminal stenosis. Who would have thought such a small word would give me such great pain? Can you get that? Moderate foraminal stenosis at C5, C6, and going on, and da-da-da-da. Then he says, could be myofascial pain syndrome, and secondary thoracic outlet syndrome, and features a numbness of tingling in the fingers suggest a thoracic outlet syndrome as well. So there you have it. So I'm going to be going, I've faxed all this stuff to the pain clinic in Surrey, and they saw me almost a month ago now. And September 24th, I believe. And what we'll do is we'll get those, we'll do a skin conduction test where they stick needles in you and they trace how fast it takes for the electricity to jump from one nerve to another, I think. And then what they do is they inject the needles in there. And then if I get temporary relief from the needles, and I hate needles, then they will, get this, they'll go in and they'll burn the nerves. You know what? At this point, I don't care if they chopped my head off. I just really, really need to be pain-free, okay? I was reading my doctor's done a really smart thing, and he's done this to all his patients that are on opiates, and I'm on an opiate for pain. And he's given him a report from the College of Physicians and Surgeons in BC, and it says, and it goes into opiate use and misuse, and they've got him monitored. And of course, that's a big deal for a lot of people. And I think, if I can remember correctly, the study says probably 1 in 4 can be susceptible to becoming addicted. And that's going to be one of our other shows, too. That's really, really important. So that's going to be another show. So stay tuned for that. This is going to be really exciting. And I'll even read from the College of Physicians and Surgeons. It's a good move. I think it's a very good move that my doctor's doing. Okay, so now we want to talk today about why do people do stupid things? I mean, okay, I'm not supposed to lift over 10 pounds. Right down there is my day minder. I'm not going to pick it up. But it's just, well, maybe I will pick it up. Hang on. It's just a day minder. This is just an ordinary day minder, okay? And fully loaded, the thing weighs 9 pounds. So 9 pounds is very, very close to 10 pounds. So my wife said, okay, you see this? Yeah. Don't lift anything more than that weighs more than your day minder. Okay, got it. So you're a man and you're tootling around the garage one day and you say, I got to put out the garbage. So you think about it first and you think, that's probably over 10 pounds. But I can do it. I can relax my shoulders. I can grab onto the handles and the plastic on the can. I can just lean back and use all my back muscles and my leg muscles just to lean back, and then I'll hobble. So you go through these little exercises. I can do that. So you do it. Come on, we're human. We all slip up. If I'm not supposed to lift over 10 pounds, sometimes do I lift over 10 pounds unintentionally without thinking about it? Yeah. A little while ago, I was down at Costco, and I had to buy a battery for my Honda. I don't know if you've seen what a battery for a Honda Civic looks like. It looks like they've taken a regular battery and just chopped it in half, sideways, So it's just a little teeny weeny little guy. It looks like a battery for a boat. It weighs maybe 15, 20 pounds, maybe if that. And so I go in there, buy the battery. I think, okay, I'll put it in the shopping cart. Okay, yeah, that's good. And I felt a little when I put it in the shopping cart. And I said, oh, you got to be careful. And went to the checkout, and I thought, well, you just forget. Okay, so this might be a little over 10 pounds, but not by much. Maybe 15 pounds. So I get out to the car, and they have a little handle on these batteries, a black handle. So you can grip it this way, or you can grip it this way. So I do this double-handed grip, and I go backwards, and I use my arms, and okay, got it up, and then on the cart, on the edge of the cart, and then okay, straight into the cart. Boom. Bing! Goes the pain in the back of my neck. That's why I'm not supposed to lift anything over 10 pounds, because it went zing right up there. Now, why do we do these things? Well, part of it is frustration, I think. And part of my guy brain, my man brain says, you used to be strong. You can do this. This is no big deal. And part of the pain man brain says, don't be a dummy. But the two are going to cross, and the don't be a dummy guy is going to talk to this guy, and he's going to meet in the middle and say, hey, just this once, you can do that. You can pick it up. But you pay. So for all those people out there that are fighting with injury, whether it be back or neck or arm or legs or whatever, I realize that you're going to pick up something and you're not going to think about it, and you think, I'm getting sick of this, all right? I just want to get on with my life. I want to get on with rehabilitation, and you may pick up something that you're not supposed to. So just realize that I think it happens to a lot of people, but if you do that and you feel a twinge like I did, actually I had to sit in my car at Costco for about 5 to 7 minutes, doing this and massaging the back of my neck, because it made me aware. It said, okay, here's a pain coming up to tell you that you were an idiot, so just watch it now. So, things like, going out to the garbage can and grabbing it, or you'll see something in the garage, or you'll see something in the driveway that you have to move, like a potted plant or something. You just do it very carefully, but it's going to happen. Do we do this all the time? No. That would be ridiculous. You want to go against your doctor's wishes all the time? No, but it does happen. So I wanted to come on the show and say, is it important you listen to your doctor? Absolutely. Are you going to make mistakes and screw up? Absolutely. That's part of being human. So that was my show today. Now, on the next show, what do we got here? I'll tell you what's coming up. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Next show is workload pacing and drug dependency. Oh, you're going to love that one. The other one is plug yourself into community services for support. You might like that. The next one is SADS. SADS, like, when you don't get enough sunlight. SADS, a lot of people are affected by SADS, and we're going to talk about light boxes and stuff. I've got one. I bought one for my wife. The next one after that is making noises work for you or relax. It's just white noise. That was a funny little story about that. Okay, so the next one after that is, are you sensitive to stuff in your home? Like electromagnetic waves. Have you heard about this BC Hydro thing where they're putting in smart meters, and there's a group out there called Technology, was it? I forget now. But they're against smart meters, and they're taking the government to task. Actually, they're suing them in court now at the Supreme Court level to get rid of the smart meters because apparently they're making people sick. So we're going to talk about that as well. Oh, another one is all the things to think about. You got to get your financial stuff in order. Have you really sat down and thought, I'm injured, I may be off work, I don't know how long I'm going to be off work, let's talk about that. I mean, that should be part of your recovery program so you don't become so anxious about, can I pay the rent? Can I pay the mortgage? Can I send my kids to school? It's going to interrupt. If you've been injured to the point where you can't work, it interrupts your income immediately. And if you don't have insurance or if you don't have any way to make money, what do you do in that case? So we're gonna talk about that. Oh, the next one is this. Get your doctor to refer you to a pain clinic. Look, in Canada, this pain clinic was supposed to take a year to a year and a half for me to get into to see the doctor, the pain doctor specialist. It took 3 months. Am I a happy camper? Absolutely. So there are free services in Canada that you can take advantage of, but you have to get your doctor. You have to hold him or her to task and say, got chronic pain, what are you going to do about it? Send me to the pain clinic. Actually, that's a very famous one that I'm going to now is Jimmy Patterson Pain Clinic in Surrey. So there's where they're going to do all the injections. And you know what? All I want is for me to reach the stage where I'm pain-free, where I can return to a normal level of life, where I can get back to working and doing full-time stuff and just enjoying life again instead of being locked in this merry-go-round of pain and suffering. Do you have good days? Yes. Am I having better days than before? Well, I have to say incrementally yes. I was in the hospital a couple of months ago 3 times in 1 month for migraine headaches. Is it that I'm just getting used to the headaches? Could be, right? All they do is pump you full of drugs at the hospital, and I'm on enough drugs as it is. So I'm anxiously awaiting these injections to see if they help. Apparently, they help the majority. Now, the majority could be 51%. That could be the majority. But anyway, I'm really excited. So, folks, we'll see you next show. But don't worry if you accidentally break, and I mean, break your doctor's rules by occasionally lifting. I'm not admonishing it. I'm just saying, it happens. And I've actually felt that little twinge go up the back of my neck to remind me, Rick, you've been an idiot. You've lifted something too heavy. So now I got to go ice my neck. We'll see you next show, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.